Right, and see, your mama call beam and famra Pepe Soares channel or YouTube and so. Bomani and subscribe to channel no a day amaye. So you subscribe ya or channel na or subscribe a day amaye. A lot of questions and a mode aba ya jibre na ye no a lot of concerns urizi na ya shene genuine concern senya diabolical na ye no and so a day amount. Yes, ni nyina no adwuma ye. Now I think there's one comment in one particular video where somebody is complaining about stories and more on Kotoko. I've told you that this is a business. It's a business that we are running. And as far as we run stories that will get viewers, we'll continue to do it. So when we started this channel, particularly in 2020, 2021, thereabouts, our story base was always around the Black Stars of Ghana. YouTube no on tiasia ebia unim se de sie no what your viewers want to watch is what you do. It is one hwe yi na omo hwe no perhaps folk stories na we decide say obey Diana Star stories and they won't watch. So omo pe no hwe no pe bibia ni Go Star stories now decide say obey Kotoko stories and they won't watch. So we do a lot of research here before we come out with the content we do. But let me say it, your channel no and yet dedicated to one club. We run stories on Folk, we run stories on Kotoko, but more on Kotoko, obviously. We run stories on the Black Stars when it is that the Black Stars are in action. Any Black Star stories, that is the clarification I wanted to make. Kindly subscribe to the channel for us. Eagle no etu ewremu ewo Adakujachi Asante Kotoko training grounds. Now over the week we've given you reports Enyeama SEC until the day Kotoko resumed training this week. Mekachi was Baba Yaya, who was injured and missed the game with Enyeama about training. And in fact, Amoah recovery in the morning. In the afternoon, he scored a wonderful goal. Our training grounds, so you didn't at the amount. But be a and mamu the possible players who will be missing Kotoko's gamer Omo with accelerate. Yes, I think that name should be accelerate. But the decided is accelerate. Normally 8 and Z a chatwo. And Asante Kotoko will be playing the MTNFA Cup round of 32. Wamone accelerate 8 and then ball. Game no air possible Kumasi Babanyara Sports Stadium. Even though it is an away game for Kotoko, it will be played at the Babanyara Sports Stadium. But Kotoko will be the away team into Coach Prosper Nate Ogum and the rest of the technical team ebetra away dugout no. Then Kotoko will be using the away dressing room. Accelerate ebe issue the home dressing room and the home team dugout. Mrantia no omo ye Division 2 club omo bo ewo Prempeh College. Into Prempeh College how on bomb games are obviously a game with Kotoko classified as a category B game cannot be played at Prempeh where there is no inner perimeter and all of that. It's a game no a bustle Baba Nyara Sports Stadium. Now Kotoko Niabre, I've communicated to you long ago, Sasante Kotoko, a person the MTNFA Cup. It is something they want to do. In fact, this season Kotoko want to win the double and then they will enter Africa. I know I dream a crop here for what I'm after the game we on be approach with all the seriousness a game no it deserves one more day approach. But of course, this is also a game when you are playing a Division 2 side. This is the time players are active baby. Obama Abobi players are injury concerns. You don't want to risk them in such a game. Throughout the week, we've monitored training, we've monitored development as Kotoko, and we are able to report some of these players. And I think you all know about that. So the first player, don't expect to see him on Sunday. Amoah, Aviator. Amoah, he will not be part of the game to be played on Sunday. Amoah, every game nibi. And the reasons Amoah will be out of the game, I think say known to all of us. Abranchano epeke a serious knock from Yusuf Mubarak, a black Kotoko, a ball club and Ede Enyeama, our Takwa TNA Stadium. It was a cynical tackle that ought to have been booked. He ought to have been booked by the referee, even if a red card had been flashed on him. I'm sure, maybe we home team supporter will be, but unya brena she tackle na. It was that the intent was to cause harm, and according to the FIFA rules, that referees, you know, as a referee, you know, a man a card minimum yellow card, but of course referee I can say into a game so a boy a branted a prior and injury, you know. I've given you a video of a branted Albert Amoah, and they said you know see a Toguso. Then I've given you a report here on the good news that when scan were made, when medical a diagnosis, yes, when thorough diagnosis was performed on Albert Amoah's injury, it revealed there's no broken bone. Very good news. There's no fracture. Very good news. That the injury na unyano the old injury no ensign enkan ho kai say opeke injury when Kotoko played Bando out of Lions. Into a branch and the yana say Kotoko ehwe kwa befa so a wonum ebema treatment na Albert Amoah ehon atono. In this game, don't expect to see Albert Amoah who is injured untimi emosa game we be. Now there's another fresh injury concern ewo Asante Kotoko Asare and a branch and the thing Emmanuel Kotei. Kaise Emmanuel Kotei joining Kotoko last season ye be a general transfer window say ya no free in Sotaman joining Kotoko. Oba no na oye the preferred right back of Kotoko. Season is here there Lord Amoah abaji position no. But Wabobi last week Krano he started the game at Enyeama as the right back because now Lord Amoah accumulated 3 yellow cards. So the 3 yellow cards are not Lord Amoah Ajeno. Say Lord Amoah was not going to be part of the game, and instead a branch editing at the Emmanuel Kotei a boy. Kotei in games about this season, actually say yes he's on the bench, but he's on form. Only that those playing ahead of him will form a channel. It is Obakaya Obo as a left back when Kotoko played Dreams at the Tuba Astrotef. He played as a left back. He excelled in that game. Sunday game, no, he played wonderfully well, except with that chance. Nelson Kwame went to fan to no. But now it was training. Oko tackle be oni abrante the thing a day Baba Yaya, Baba Messi no, and on the court tackle. Unfortunately, he came out injured, and as we speak, abrante the Emmanuel Kotei, we hear say nana hono kakra nemum adia nyame aduma on Monday doctors no ebe adwuma e wono ho, but yebitima report say he's out of the game Kotoko airball with the Division 2 side Accelerate on Sunday at the Kumasi Babaya Sports Stadium. Also don't expect to see him in that particular game. Elvis Afriyie injured and he has missed training for some time now. Elvis Afriyie injured. We're missing training for some time now. He will not be available for this particular game. Elvis, the confidence level on our form and games be saying or a fitter who expect to be ball. Nanke bia when ya 1 or 2 goals be as a boost to confidence rema would need game more with me bopper, but unfortunately for Elvis Afriyie, Elvis injured and he's not even been training in recent times, so you don't expect to see Elvis Afriyie in this particular game. Well, who know on Sunday enye bibia we pra enti na wontimi emo game no ebi aide won some tudwa. Now concerns over competition for Asante Kotoko goalkeeper are the thing at the Camara, the Guinean import, and Kadipani PS but say in such a game as a Kotoko's captain, and he was the first choice goalkeeper Frederick Asare. Imagine such a game. Unfortunately, Frederick Asare and so injured. He's not even in Kumasi in the first place. To start with, he's not in Kumasi. Only around Mpo. And Wakase Omobinti. On Sunday, you don't expect to see Kotoko's captain Frederick Asare in the game. Reason is that Fred is not available. He's injured and he's not even in town. It is Frederick Asare will not also be playing. But patch your own subscribe to channel now. But this over subscribe at the Amaye. So subscribe here. Subscribe FMICC Kotoko game as the away team at Babaera on Sunday. MTNF Cup round of 32. And EHL players are into any available for this particular game. But don't want some at the Monty. Abrantia no netting at the Frederick Asare, the goalkeeper, will not be available. I feel my main front to say Peter Amidu Aqua has not trained Peter Amidu Aqua has not trained, even though in the last 2 days we about training or Kotoko team bus nisi ebi drew no musi from our but he has not trained. Why he has not trained, I don't know, because officially Kotoko publish BBR. And from what we see when we go there, Eagle no etu no kofaba. The no. Who's a player or Toguso player abaniji the nine chichiri ne kotodwe ni sirim derby. But a branch no eba no akotena technical bench no so. He doesn't train. In my experience as a sports journalist, what I know is say ebia a chess player no ne ho edodo no nti ebet my ade enye pra unzi o difference between a player who is sick and a player who is injured. It will be injured there na say ebia ne honam no baabi ne honam akwa no baabi, but obi a sicker ebia malaria, ebia a fever, ebia sinus, the friend cold any fluid no ebia and a branch and fluid na achina ebia bibi sa enti I cannot confirm, but 2 days ni a branch the thing at Peter Amidu Aqua has not been training, and therefore we do not expect him to be part of the Kotoko team that will play club and thing at the Accelerate our Babara Sports Stadium on Sunday. After my fan to just a wisdom Fernando Bassi. Yes, Kotoko published officially when they were traveling to Takwa, said Wisdom Bassi. It me only one training session last week. This week, Wisdom Bassi any training. Now, Kotoko reported that a hamstring injury and another branch into a training back up last week. This week, on your training. Yes, I remember the first time they trained this week, he came there. Now, on the Okofotna, on technical bench, you know, my and that you know, so I don't know what one year training. If free or Wisdom Bassi, and my beam, search Kakramaye, any questions Kakramabusa. Any information are available to Paper Media. And it's a branch here. The thing at the Wisdom Bassi, the Nigerian. He's been given 2 weeks. Set on fire and recover yepa. He's been given 2 weeks. So the whole of this week, which is FA Cup, then next week, I could prepare about the last game in the Ghana Premier League first round. On a vision, no. One more ama a branch and a rest. Set on fire and Jena Home Kakra. It you know. What we can report to use our branch editing at the Wisdom Bassi, and so available for this particular game. Now more and now more training and more mobile training. No, Kwame Poku Beye did not complete training on was it Thursday? No, one complete training or peke knock now Otoguso now a serious concern. According to the Eagle. Nipa na ewo park hono training hono na omo enwinyi kakra na questions eba ade Kwame pra ene Kwame pra dia na se ade ne engine no ebe hu na saa na last week baba ya epra ye na abetamo akopra na imano kote pra Amidu Aqua is not been training Wisdom pra cheba for iti Kaise goalkeeper captain Frederick Asare pra iti it was concerns that of course you can appreciate, but let me say so about Thursday na and now I'm training na and Kwame Poku Beye on Friday trained normally. He trained normally or your normal training into or how be any problem be any Kwame Poku picked a knock. It was just a knock, and when the doctors checked, a branch na any serious. The pain had gone off. Normally, you know, it's me, or night me body, immediately, but because you not take painkiller. With time, you recover, and then the pain goes off. Sometimes you need to take painkillers, and after 1 or 2, na painkiller, no, abi kill pain every one, why okay. It's definitely, I know, I said, Kwame Poku Diano, na etia Kwame, as we speak, okay. Now, mame, I'm spending time, Kakrana, Albert Amoah Diano. Memau in Chiremuna, Membo Mukakra, Albert Amoah, Avieta, Albert Amoah, Agogo, Albert Amoah, said Opus of Freddy Bia. The injury, no, now me the scan report, I want some ediby. Now, me chrim at your say, a branch editing a day, Albert Amoah, the 9 frichi. For those of you who don't understand that word, he didn't get a broken bone. neither was there a fracture. So it was good news for the young man. But see, this is a player who has done a lot this season as the leading striker of Kotoko, and at a point the only striker of Manchester. Even when he got injured, Kotoko a ball Lions when you injured, 1 week per and or 10 MSA the game Kotoko ni boy. The following week Kotoko Nations he was back. Ofria Echo Black Galaxies, Equality Black Galaxies versus Nigeria. Ewa Accra Sports Stadium. Then Oyo State Okolidi Black Galaxies Emom Koluzu 3-1. Ewa Oyo. Enti Abranten wa bomb matches papa. And when it's like this, technical people are munimide. Ebe catch us Drew say ya. Player no ese oman rest kakra. Enti me pacho Kwame Poku bayi die no. I don't want that speculation to start. Intina maya wie but majebre e chirim say when you don't see him in action, it will not be because Abranten no will play on. Sometimes when player is out, speculations in a dorsal. Oh, bompire bobimano. But giddy. But even if or a fighter, I know say in this game and coach ever rest. Why? Because Kotoko our options. Say Kotoko any options. Kotoko about the last FA Cup game. Last FA Cup game on a club and the Future Stars boy now. Kotoko say 2-0. Now better one say 2 goals. At that time, na Kotoko one striker, only striker. Na Albert Amoah. Kaisen wa kwahye Enyeama Stars ewo doma and obehye sa 2 goals no to aso. The following week na obo Hartford de no ofiri ho no akwakobo club and dreams. But on say Kwame Poku registration e go through na na Kotoko. It decided okay, there are games Albert Amoah, such games you can rest him. It is a technical decision. Send injury, no, the one turning yet. But because there are available options, unko on the panier, Emma Nenkobo, unko enko EBB, Emma Brancheno, enko for injury. The other and they say you allow him to heal properly, you allow him to have the rest that he deserves, also deserve a rest, no. When that's our rest, yeah, then a Brancheno, good to go, obejrem, not wabo at the amount. Then, we spoke about goalkeeper Frederick Asare, and also said, "Say, Fred, we expect that if there are any issues, trust Nana Apenkra Akosiewa, trust Coach James Kwesi Appiah there. We're dealing with situation of players. Okay, say, on one introduce you, a branch of Jordan Ayew, and there was one Nations Cup that he decided that on Jordan Ayew encore. Then Andre Ayew Wofuye substitution because Swama cameras purportedly I say Andre Abuzanze, why did you change me? Still, Coach James Kwesi Appiah have a very good relationship with the players because the players I say wa bobo ni bida. Into the players I say through time bia I am players ensure that any happy with certain decisions, but you don't also need to react or overreact. It means say Coach James Kwesi Appiah, any Nana Penkra, any Malik Jaber, Johnny. If there are any issues, I continue to use the word if because me say I am not on top of it. I can't say branch any technical handler, head coach, or problem. Me can't enemy you can't throw. It is information that I don't have, but I can safely assume that ABS BBO and no enemy to trust them penny for my bomb. So if indeed there is any problem, I expect that quickly they can go in there, sort it out with the coach and the player because the boy is still contracted to Asante Kotoko. Now the contract in August and on the contract yes, expectation 24 ever sort it out and Enyeama with the boy if indeed there are things there are issues and then quickly Kamara some needed competition so that Kamara will know at least if your captain is sitting on the bench on the chair and you always be on your toes, you keep you on your toes and you always deliver at your maximum level for the club in the interest of Asante Kotoko. And may yes observation we are and also mehu at the account Asante Kotoko. These are the players they are set to miss game Kotoko Ebebo Nyame Ayatuma Sunday Kotoko game on Sunday These are the injury concerns. Albert Amoah, Emmanuel Kotei, Wisdom Fernando Bassi, Peter Amidu Aqua, who I have not been informed that he's injured, but he has not trained for 2 days. Then there is Elvis Afriyie, who for some time now in training. Asante Kotoko's captain and goalkeeper Frederick Asare, who has also picked an injury and is not even around. Peter Amidu Aqua, yeah or no, in training said the Then Kwame Poku Bayi or no, on Thursday, unya knock by Friday or by be an umpire for taking decision. So because there are available options, they want to rest him so that Kotoko last game in the first round, vision no, Kwame bet to also with the form nana, and I'll be starting on Sunday. A bread and in Krabia and a bachelor. These are the players we know based on eagle no report or the man. Say Obamesi gamer Asante Kotoko Ebebona. Thank you so much for always watching us. We are grateful that you continue to watch us. May the Almighty God be with us all. God bless you. Subscribe to the channel, no? And for my own subscribe here.